Peace and blessings, brothers and sisters. Make sure, let me make sure my mic is fine. Peace and blessings, brothers and sisters, aka show here at Radio Diamond. I want you to tune me on this one, brothers. I can't start properly because obviously I had a little surgery, but I want you to tune in on this one, brother. We super excited. I want you to, oh my God, I can still speak properly, but I gotta do this show. I want you to tune in on this one. The topic today, go straight to our conversation. This is the topic today. We're having a special guest in the studio today. This is the topic today, brothers and sisters. Peace and blessings one more time. Alpha Quabo, aka show here at Radio Diamond, bringing to you the best of ourselves, bringing to you love, unity. It's all about us as a family. And remember, just because we love ourselves don't mean we hate others. So I want you to be on this one at this time, brothers and sisters. The topic today, go straight to the point. The white and the Chinese power structure, they declared war. They been declared war, and right now it's even more. War against the black/African people worldwide. They've been doing this via the chemical weapon, via the military and the police force. Do you agree with this statement or you don't agree with this statement? And what we need to do as a people, brother. That's a simple question I'm asking you, brothers and sisters. I want you to tune in. Today's not about breakdancing. It's about telling really what's going on. And we know the situation that is happening with our brother. We clearly know the situation that's happening with our brother, with our brothers in the United States. We've seen the takeover, the Chinese takeover in Africa. We've seen the police brutality all over the world. And that is why we're asking you this question, brothers and sisters. We're having special guests in this panel to break it down, this topic today. So I want you to, brothers and sisters, tune in on this one. Remember, brother, bring my camera. Remember, this is a worldwide show. This is not local, this is global. Shout out to our brothers and sisters in Jamaica, ready for this show. Shout out to our brothers and sisters in Congo. Shout out to our brothers and sisters in Ghana. Shout out to our brothers and sisters in Angola, Cameroon, Ethiopia. Shout out to our brothers and sisters in South Africa. Shout out to our brothers and sisters in Mozambique, Zimbabwe. Obviously, the 50 states in the United States, the 54 states in Africa. Shout out to absolutely everybody. So we're bringing our guests. You know, we don't like to introduce, so we like them to give their introduction before we start everything. So watch out. But one more time. Pen down the topic today, my brother. This is the topic today. Pen down. And we're bringing our special guest right now. But before we actually bring in our special guest, look at this beautiful video here. Before we bring in our special guest, this is the video. Look at this video. Obviously, our first guest is this one here. This is our guest right here. Because today we're going to be talking, we're going to having the Panthers. Right here in our studio, the Panthers. Look at this video. Quick video.
19 years.
Wow.
I've been a member of this organization, but our new chairman is a former assistant to Dr. Khalid Muhammad. He's
Wow.
my former chief of staff, and he is the new chairman with the weight on his shoulders and with our help. I'm talking about Atlanta's own Chairman Hashim Nzinga.
Black Power. Wow, definitely. Yeah, nice to meet you, Chairman. How you doing?
Good.
How much pressure is it, man, to have all these young brothers coming to you and having to take that leadership role?
It's not pressure. It's an honor, because I remember when Dr. John Henry Clark sit with me. I remember when Dr. Amos Wilson sit with me.
Wow.
I remember when Dr. Tony Martin sit with me. I remember when people like Dr. Ben sit with me.
Wow.
And Dr. Leonard Jeffries and James Smalls is here. And they get you ready because what they put into you, you just repeat it. Don't much change. We're in a situation now, in the best situation in our lives, because we're at a Black Power Award show in a building that's $34 million that's paid for.
As you can see, we're having this special guest, and we're having this special guest too here. This real quick video. We're having this special guest here as well. Watch this video real quick.
Production.
It's our mother. How you feeling, Pops?
Very spiritually connected.
Queen Nzinga. So we're bringing our guests. Okay, so we're having our guests over there now.
Think after we get
Great.
to a certain age,
We got our guests
what
now.
we want to achieve and accomplish when we get to be old.
We got our guests now. So you saw the introduction. You saw the videos. Now they're here in our platform. So I want you, brothers and sisters, to do me one more favor. Just let the family know we live. And remember, this is a private conversation. Because when you step into this village here, when you step into this platform, Radio Diamond, it's about the village. It's about us as a people. It's about us questioning what's really happening in this world. It's about us coming together as a family. That is why no matter where you are in this planet, when you jump into the station, it's about the truth. And it's about love. So I don't know what happened to Brother Akbar. Obviously, we just did introduction. So, okay, great. He's here now. So if you saw the video of the new Black Panther Party, that video has been played. It was shot 5 or 6 years ago, when Brother Malik Zulu Shabazz introduced the chairman. It's not like he did yesterday. The video is done probably about 5 or 6 years ago, and that is why today now, what's going on? They've been talking about this situation that is happening right now, because we are at war. Face the fact that we are at war as African people. We are at war, and we have to understand this situation right now. So first of all, I'm going to be start in Alabama. Please, can you introduce yourself to the family, even though we already did it? Just really quick introduction to the family, please.
Hello. First of all, I would like to thank you for having me on the show, Alpha. As always, peace, love, and blessings be unto you and the family. I'm Joseph R. Waker Jr., the Chief CEO and Executive Director of Waker Foundation, and the CEO, Executive Director of Waker CD, which is a development corporation.
And obviously, for the first time here as well, we got our special guest here in the studio as well to be able to analyze the situation. Because remember, it's about military. So please introduce ourselves, and I'm going to begin to ask this question that everybody been asking to the group that we post in the advert of the show. Nzinga. What's this name represent to you? Nzinga.
Nzinga represent a lot to me because the picture over my shoulder, the most honorable Dr. and Minister Khalid Muhammad gave me that name in 1995. And I asked him, what did Nzinga mean? He gave me the name Hashim Akhenaten Nzinga. I knew Akhenaten was from one of the 12th dynasty, and I knew Hashim was a Muslim name for the story of evil, but I wanted to know about this Nzinga. I didn't have no choice but to take the name. When Dr. Khalid gives you a name, you take it. So when I researched that name, he said the name would bring balance. Akhenaten. It's a queen of Angola, Africa. Once I started reading her books and studying her moves, I saw her take the women in Angola, take them to the front line of the revolution when the man wouldn't go. Told the man if they don't come with them, there will be no place in the bed when they come home. She won my heart over. I've been studying her, and she taught me what true revolution means and what revolutionary is supposed to do. So what it means to me is fighting by any means necessary and sacrificing everything for the future of a generation of African people so we can be free.
Wow, wow. And please, just a quick introduction about your bio, just a little bio about yourself. Even though the video already stated the video that we played in the beginning, but just a little bio about yourself, real quick.
My name is Hashim Akhenaten Nzinga, National Black Panther. I took this post of attorney received it from a father in the national team after I served as chief of staff for 13 years, as we served under Dr. Khalid Muhammad for 6 years, me as his national assistant and Dr. Khalid's national chief of staff, attorney father, national minister of justice. And I introduced Dr. Khalid to the new Black Panther Party, to Brother Aaron Michaels, who started it in 1989. And at that time, as everybody know, to be quick, Doc was going through a transformation with the Nation of Islam, and he became the chairman of the new Black Panther Party. He asked me to join and go on this spiritual ride and war with him, and I have. And he left us in 2001. And I do this to free our people and to keep his name alive every day.
Wow. Then we move into the side. We go into the Brother Akbar. He's already there. The name is there. But please just introduce yourself. And I just want you to step back a little bit of the camera. Just a little back. Just so exactly. Just a little back, a little further back. Great. Absolutely great. Don't come close anymore. Just that back. That's it. So please, can you introduce yourself to the family real quick? Just a little bio.
Yes, I am Iman Akbar. I am the National Chief of Staff of New Black Panther Party for Self-Defense. I served under the Honorable National Chairman and General Minister Hashim Akhenaten Nzinga, your guest today. We are all the cubs of the Most Honorable Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad, and we were 13 years, Hashim and I, under the leadership of the Chairman Emeritus, Attorney Malik Zulu Shabazz. Unfortunately, he cannot be on the screen this afternoon, but he was previously scheduled. I have been his lead investigator for the Black Lawyers for Justice since its inception, and that's literally at the time of leaving the Howard, some call it Coward University today, but Howard University has been our center under the Honorable Kwame Ture. Some knew him as Stokely Carmichael, who is alive and well today in the Black Revolution all over the world. So I'm happy to be with you, Brother Baba, and the AKA is alive and well as well. So thank you for having me this afternoon.
Wow, go straight to the point. that everybody wants to hear. Go straight to the point that everybody wants to. Start with Miss Baba Waker. Tell us what's going on. Tell us the current situation in the United States. Even though you've been talking about it, now it's blowing all over the world. So, in your point of view, what are you seeing right now? The situation, all the situation that's happening in the United States, is that really to make us understand that we are at war and we have to be prepared mentally, spiritually, and physically? What is your thought about it? What's happening in the United States right now?
Well, I think what we're doing, what we're seeing is we're definitely seeing a revolution, a young folks revolution. People are tired, sick and tired of being sick and tired of being taken advantage of, first of all. And then you got a police that's going to put his knee on a brother's neck, basically, and strangle him to death with his hands on his hip, as to say, nigga, please. I'm going to do what I want to do, and there's nobody going to touch me. Nobody's going to stop me from doing what I'm doing. So at this point, when we're looking at the film of this guy putting his knee on his brother's neck and literally strangling him to death, I used to be a diver, and I could hold my breath for almost 6 minutes. This guy had his knee on this guy's neck for 9 minutes. That is unexceptionable. Those people that was out there was doing everything that was in their power in order to stop this police from doing what he was doing. So what we see is that the world is waking up. Not only the black people in the United States, but the people, black, white, red, green, Puerto Rican, we're all waking up. This COVID virus is a ploy in order for us to be able for them to be able to take advantage of us. We're tired of being taken advantage of here and everywhere else all around the world. So what we're going to do is we're going to fight back by any means necessary.
Wow.
You know, so this is not the beginning, and this is definitely not the end until we get reparations for everything that we deserve, for every black person that was killed and every person that's going to come behind us, every child. We're going to put down as much firepower as we have to in order to defend ourselves.
Wow. Going to dear brother Nzinga, same question to you. You've been a student of the obviously the greats passed the torch to you. Talking about great Khalid Muhammad, Malcolm X, and Dr. Ben, and all of our great elders. You stood up with them. Some of them you actually touched them. So, and then a lot of them, they actually talked about the situation that is happening right now. So, seeing all this situation in your lifetime, what is your thoughts? What is your conclusion?
I believe absolutely this is the time that we all prayed for, because all over the world, everybody is saying this feels different. Everybody's saying this is not the normal rebellion. This is not the normal protest. This is not the normal feeling we get that in 2 weeks it's going to go away. They're going to send their squad of black politicians and some of the black leaders who usually come out, put the fire out, send everybody home, make false promises, and business is back to usual. I see all over the country, business will never be back to usual. I believe this has really woke us up. Today I woke up listening to Dave Chappelle, who was an activist and lives in Ohio, and he was doing his first comic show in 72 days. And he said that he was in LA and there was an earthquake. And that earthquake lasted 32 seconds. He said in that 32 seconds, he said he grabbed his weed, he grabbed his money, he grabbed his keys, grabbed some documents. He was going to try to get to his car, and then fear came over. For the first time, he felt like he was going to die. And he said all of that happened in 32 seconds. He said, so for the young man to have a knee on his neck for, I think it was 7 minutes and 46 seconds, or 8 minutes and 40, whatever it was. So he can't imagine what went through that man's mind. Then he goes to talk about the LA police officer who was in the military, came home, joined the LA Police Department, went out on the streets with his trainer. The white woman was kicking a brother that was handcuffed in the head. And he filed a complaint from the police officer. And he filed a formal complaint in Georgia.
Right. So,
So he said when Dozier filed the formal complaint on the police officer, the white woman who was kicking the brother in the head while he was handcuffed, they fired him. He went through every step to get his job, 3 different steps. And when he didn't get his job back, he wrote a manifest of his life dedicated to America, fighting terrorism abroad for America, coming back to find terrorism from the police department of LA on American Street. And he went the next day, shot 2 police in the head. Day later, went to a police house, shot her daughter. Day later, shot another police officer. They caught him in a cabin, and they sent over 400 and some police to take his life. And what Dave said, that's the way we feel. When you take our life, you send 400 and some police officers who has taken the life of one of your officers. And so when we come to the street, you see something wrong with it. And to the street for the same reason that officer went to the street, terrorism. So it sent the message, even when police officers try to report on all the other police officers, the police department would fire them. Now, one of the 4 police officers that were arrested in Minnesota, he got out and he made the statement, or they saying he made the statement, well, if they thought he was doing something wrong, why didn't they stop him? That's goddamn a crazy ass statement when they know every time we seen every video, when people get involved in stopping the police from these actions, we end up getting shot in the back, shot in the head. But he's asking us to stop him from committing the crime. So that's what time it is now. We have to stop them from committing crimes. And in their constitution, they give us the right to stop criminals from committing crime. And the stand your ground law, which we have put into effect with the Megan Williams case and the Jane Bird case earlier, and the main case was the case in might have been South. We didn't put the cases over the years. We put the stand your ground on the map, and then the white man reversed it and used it for him to stand his ground, and they gave Trayvon Martin killing the right to use it. And from then on, white people been standing their ground and want us to run for cover. So I feel this has set the tone where you can't run from cover no more. Ain't no more cover. The cover has been taken off of this country. The country is in trouble, and it's about black power. It's not about Black Lives Matter. We'll be straight on that. Black Lives Matter. My mama told me my life matter. My pastor told me my life matter. My daddy told me my life. I tell my kids who are all college degrees that their life matter. We know our damn life matter. We need power. The difference between our life matter and power is Chase, Bank of America, and all of these financial institutions who run the United States government. Donald Trump was a broker who ran politicians all his life. He know how to control politicians with money. The real deal going on right now, when this is said and done, the people on Wall Street will still run this country. 5% of them will run 95% of the people. And that's what the people are tired of. And that's why the people are saying 95% of the people can still vote.
Wow.
And right now, it's just a whole different dynamic. It's revolution at its highest point.
Wow. So go to Brother Akbar. Obviously, I want everybody to be as short as possible, but go straight to the point. Go to Brother Akbar. You're always boots on the ground. Your mindset is about boots on the ground. Are we let's start with the United States first before we go to the world, because we know what y'all been fighting not only in the United States but in the continent, not only in the continent but in the world regarding Africa, black people. So, are we on the stage of war right now, brother? Seeing that you send me, I've seen you send me videos. Y'all over there in the streets. Are we really this open war right now?
We're absolutely at war with the opposition. We can go back as early as Frederick Douglass saying that we have to organize against the opposition. The opposition came to Africa. They weren't looking for an honest John deal. If any African is on record for selling us out, we always pose the pertinent cross-examination question, well, what did the white man, what did the European man bring to Africa to buy, sell, and trade? The most honorable Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad has taught us that the white man has never stopped cracking the whip. We don't call him cracker or refer to him as cracker because of Nabisco or some saltine or some rich crackers, but he cracks the whip constantly on the backside and the black side of black people. And if all lives matter, all lives do matter, but these are black lives. There's no all lives in the body bag with George Floyd. There are black lives in the body bag of Trayvon Martin, Eric Garner, Michael Brown, as that list went from Emmett Till to Trayvon, and from Trayvon to Stephon, from Michael Brown to George Floyd. They have never stopped cracking the whip. After all the world marching, all the boots we put on the ground, I stood at the White Supremacy House in Washington, D.C., and bear witness to fire on both sides. Big bonfire, not a little bit of fire. Two big bonfires at the White Supremacy House. My troops and our own, like you say, black boots on the ground. Nobody made an effort. Nobody dared to make an effort to put the goddamn fire out, because it is symbolical of the deeds which Bob Marley is referring to, the slavery drive. See, these tables are turning. This is black revolution. We're at war against the opposition. The tables are turning in the favor of the black man, the black woman, and in the favor of all of our black children. But we must stand, take a strong, hard line position against the opposition at this hour and declare the freedom that was not fulfilled in Dr. King and Malcolm, that was preached about by Frederick Douglass, but was not fulfilled in Marcus Messiah Garvey, Elijah Muhammad, and all of those, from Dr. Ivan Van Sertima to Dr. Chancellor Williams. They are working on the destruction of the black civilization. And
Hold
if we
right there.
hold
right.
about Shaka Zulu.
Hold right there. Go to the elder in Alabama. You try to bring the police into the table, to the police department in the state of Alabama. You tried. Now, your fight has been rehearsed, or at least you've been seeing the fruits of your fight, because seems like what you did is they threw out of the window, because you tried. We've been there. We've seen you in the streets trying to engage with them to at least have a more civil gathering with our African brothers and sisters in the United States. So what is your thought about it? Because you tried.
Well, the thing about it with anything is a person's mindset. And that's what me and the brothers were talking about when he was off the set. It's the mindset of people. Each person has their own individual personality, or we would think that they had their own individual personality. But when you're talking about police departments and sheriff departments and state trooper departments, we tried to put a program together because we was the only ones that was capable of bringing this thing together with the police department, the sheriff department, and the fire station, as well as the state troopers in the state of Alabama. We wanted to start in the state of Alabama because we were going through some stuff in the state of Alabama with the killing of the black kids. We was going through some stuff in Alabama with killing of 2 white girls in the trunk of a car. the police chief that you met in Ozark, Chief Walker, he's right now under the gun. He's under fire for arresting a white guy for the murder of his wife, so-called murder of his wife. And there was a guy that was locked up, incarcerated at the time. And they said that the guy said that he killed the guy's wife. So now they had to let the guy go. I'm not gonna call any names. They had to let the guy go. So now, right now, the attorneys is suing the chief directly for $6 million. You know, one of the things that we like to do as black men that matures to the level that we are, me and these brothers that's on the panel right now, is we mature in such a way that we want to help the world. We want to help ourselves first, but we want to help the world to understand who we are and the definition of who we are, where we going, and how we get there together as a people of one. So the police departments and the sheriff department and the departments in the state of Alabama was all willing to work with us at one time when we first came. And then when they saw who we were and our list of qualification and credentials, they started backing out. The city council started backing out. The mayor started backing out because they didn't want anyone black to be over what's going on. This movement, this motion that was going through, they didn't want no one black that was going to be over the top of it. The first event that we did was a great event. You came to it. We was making big moves. We was putting things together, which would have been very successful then, and it would have led to police departments and the sheriff department and the state troopers understanding our plight as black people, not just black men, but black children, black girls, black boys, black men, black women, black people in general. That one of the things that we want to do a lot of times, we want to put somebody black in the front of black folk that make us think that we're equal. We're not equal. You understand? Because if we was equal, where would it be? Who would not know who was the first dual graduate that graduated from college and high school the same day, at the same time? This is something that they're promoting right now in the United States. They're trying to promote dual graduation because what they're trying to do is they're trying to water it down to make it seem like this boy that graduated in 1990 was the first dual graduate. Well, right now I'm in the process of suing the Guinness Book of Records as well for not advertising the information that's out there on me doing it in 1981. You understand? So the thing with the police departments and stuff, they think that they're above the law. One thing about these people that wear these badges, they think that they're above the law. But one thing that we're going to do is we're going to put our foot on their neck. We're going to put our hands on our hip, and we're going to do the same thing to them that they've been doing to us.
Go to Brother Nzinga. Take us through the police department, because as far as we know, and we did a research, they didn't really serve. They didn't really start from the beginning. It wasn't really meant to protect black interest. So educate us real quick about the history of the police department in the United States, because a lot of people saying, "Oh yeah, the police here to protect us." Really? Has they really been protecting us from the beginning? That's the question I'm asking you.
Well, as we all know in history will show us that jail cells and anything that looked like a jail cell started on those dungeons that helped the slaves that were transferred to America. Those dungeons, sometimes a slave would be in that dungeon for one day before he could journey to the ship. Sometimes he would be in that dungeon for a year before he was ready to go to the ships. And we know slaves died in those dungeons. The whole concept of jail cells and cells and a place to contain people in that nature came from slavery. And the first police was the slave chasers. First police in the badges even had slave chasers on their badge. They were set out to bring back runaway slaves. And at that point, early 1500s, all the way up to, I think, Atlanta, got its first black I was just reading it the other day. I think it was 18, damn near 1860 something before they got their first black police officer. And the black police officers couldn't even arrest white people. They can only deal with their own. So we have been conditioned that when we become a black police officer, especially in the early days, that we are trained, conditioned, and they would only pick people that they would go in and clobber the hell out of us. And when you look at the history of black folks in the early days, their job was to control the black community. And we asked for that because we was tired of white people knocking us upside our head. And you got to believe in Harlem and some of these places, you had some black people that was out of order. You had some black people killing black people. You had some black people robbing black people. You had some black people filling black people coming up with drugs. So eventually some of these police came on board to do good in the black community. But they were overtaken by some of the corruption. Like right here in Atlanta, we had a police chief out of New Orleans called Chief Pennington. We met with Chief Pennington several times when he came from New Orleans. And he worked with us on things that we thought was going to work out. But when a sister named Queen Justin was killed for telling the world that drug dealers had taken over her community, they hired a drug dealer to go and act like he was selling her drugs. And the Red Dog team in Atlanta attacked her house and shot her, killed her. We went to Chief Pennington and we called him with Attorney Shabazz was the chairman then. He stayed on his butt until he got rid of the whole Red Dog team. Same thing in DeKalb County where I live. Homer Cottrell, who used to own Proline, introduced me to a black police chief in Dallas. He was a community type guy. He planned to help the community. But he was overtaken. The condition is set up, the system is set up where when a so-called good police chief or a good police officer get involved, you can't be in a 90% corrupt environment and change. Police have been shooting police over trying to change. I remember my statement with the brother who filed against the police that kicked the brother in the head in LA. He ended up going out and killing police himself because he couldn't stand what they were putting him through in the short time he was with the LA department. Here's a man that went abroad 5 or 6 times to risk his life to fight for this American flag. And so what I see is this, brother. When Colin Kaepernick took that knee against what the police are doing, and all of these police departments around the country and the government attacked him and took his job, that show you where we at. We, at this point in time, got to have a complete change of the whole structure of what police mean, what law enforcement means. And you got people like J. Edgar Hoover on every building in America. This little faggot gay man, he got rid of one of our most prominent leaders, Marcus Garvey. And then you get another gay man with the mindset of him. He starts Black Lives Matter, and he sets it up with $1 billion. And we're still infiltrated. I'm talking about from the revolutionary point. Sean, the only person I believe in and the only person I love, the way he was handling things, and if he would have lived a little bit longer, I knew he would have handled it right, is Patrice Lumumba out of the Congo.
Wow.
John F. Kennedy got rid of him.
Talking about Congo.
This book here, Revolutionary Warfare, Nkrumah from Ghana. The people that said, look, we're fed up, we're tired, we don't care what it's going to cost us. We got to overthrow the British, overthrow the Portuguese, overthrow overthrow the Belgians, overthrow the white man, the Jew, and everybody else because we're left powerless in Africa, we're left powerless in America, and we're tired of having no power. And if we can't have power, then goddamn it, somebody gonna pay.
Wow. Talking about the Congo, we got the soldiers in Congo ready for this call. So hold that there, brother. So we're gonna open up the call later. So going to Brother Akbar real quick. Obviously, by you putting boots on the ground now, we have to come to conclusion now. It's really about military situation, military strategy. So we have to really now protect ourselves to the point that we have to consider building our military system or worldwide. Because right now, and I'm going to ask the question to the three elders as well, because all of you got military experience. We got the United States funding NATO's. We got NATO. We got AFRICOM in Africa. We got all this alliance, the military alliance. So one of the main objectives is to lock the African continent from the north to the south. Whoever leaders stand up, they simply take them out. So what is your thought, Brother Akbar, the military strategy, the system that we have to build in place? Do you agree with that?
My thoughts go directly to the Honorable Huey P. Newton, who gave us the concept for Black Revolution, to arm yourself or to harm yourself. The police kill, some say police, because the police killing is just of a modernized pandemic of black, and to put more black lives and more black body bags. Because of corruption and hypocrisy, black people are being executed and no one is being put in a due process of the law. There's no one being prosecuted for the lives of black people, and they feel they can get off the hook. So the Black Revolution, as you say, boots on the ground, puts them back on the hook when a system led by, they call it Duck 45, or some call it Donald the Duck, all of those in the white supremacy, white nationalists, white racists, white police is in a mindset of the black, the Spanish, Mexican, Korean, Chinese, Asian officers are all trained. If you watch them with the knee on the neck and the hand in the pocket to take complete control of the life and then execute at will black lives. We say that until all of us are free, none of us are free. Dr. King referred to it as the form of liberation and emancipation that we're asking for. He said to John Fitzgerald Kennedy and to Lyndon Baines Johnson that you've given us a check mark, insufficient funds, and he told black people, if you want that form of liberation, if you want that form of emancipation, and goddamn it, you're going to have to take it, because the white man is not going to give that to you. Black power.
Absolutely. Go to the elder in Alabama. Same question to you. Military strategy. The few times that we were with you, the way you move, the way you even when we were with the Queen of Congo, the way you set up the military, the security around us. So help us to understand. It is about time for us to really consider building our military system all over the world, or even in our own town.
Absolutely, it's past time. You know, it's one thing to talk about it, but it's another thing to be about it. You got to be about what you say you're going to be about. So one of the things that, and I refer to when I was a kid, is being brought up into a military family. You know, started off in the military family. I'm going to probably die in the military family, as well as, you know, learning the do's and the don'ts of military life. One of the things that we learn when we were a kid is we want to protect our family. We want to protect our country. We want to protect our flag. But once we find out, when we're fighting for the wrong reasons, and then we started changing, we started developing, we started maturing, we started becoming wise at life, liberty, and the real pursuit of happiness, when we find out these things, we have to move in a different way. You know, I'm the youngest light heavyweight and heavyweight world kickboxing champion, underground kickboxing champion in the world ever. To the day, I mean, I was 14 years old when I accepted those titles. So all of this stuff that we learn, we got to stop listening to people that really don't have a background in anything and always trying to preach about something that they know nothing about. So absolutely, it's past time. We need to get together. We need to be financed. The ones of us that really has the experience and stuff, before we get to the age that there's no return, that before we get to the age that we cannot train our kids, before we get to the point that we cannot help ourselves and help our future generations, we need to be able to give this knowledge. We need to be able to transfer this knowledge to people that is willing to learn for the right reason. A lot of times we're trained for the wrong reason. When we're young, when we go into the military, we just know we want to check. We just know that we want to help somebody. We just know what we want to do. But what we don't know is we don't have life experiences, the things that makes us become wise. But this gray hair that we have, we don't have this for no reason. We have it because we've been here for a while. We have went through the changes in life. We know exactly what to do. So the things that they're listening to with this Black Lives Matter stuff, that has nothing to do with us. You know, it's for a front. It's a front for someone that has hundreds of millions of dollars to put into a program. Have you all seen the Black Lives Matter thing that they're doing to raise money? They're raising money for Black Lives Matter now. So as you go to the bank, some of the banks and stuff, they're accepting donations for Black Lives Matter. I'm not saying it's not a good thing. What I'm saying is not a great thing. It's not anything that's made for us, for the real people that's really doing the work.
Wow.
So
wow.
definitely, we need a military. We need it now. We need the strategy. We need it now. We don't need the old time military. We need the new style military. We need the drones that we can put up in the air. We can see what everyone's doing. We need the missiles that we can program to be able to destroy the people that's looking to destroy us. Absolutely.
Wow, wow. Go into, man, brothers, you better get this message. We don't get this. We better get this message. Go to Brother Nzinga. The question to you: the role of Black Panther Party, the new Black Panther Party, because right now we've seen even pictures of people trying to infiltrate that look like a Black Panther Party. I've seen videos, sisters holding a gun, pretending they're black. They're from Panther. Now everybody want to be a Panther Party. Before everybody was scared, say, "Oh, no, I don't want to be close to these Negroes." Now everybody want to be a Black Panther Party. I see brothers taking pictures with the gun, with the hats on. But that's why we're speaking to the true Black Panther Party right now. So help us to understand the role of Black Panther Party and then also to emphasize the military strategy. Because y'all being about military. Y'all being about boots on the ground. Help us to understand real quick, Brother Nzinga.
No, as we know, we cannot set up funding at Bank of America and Chase Bank and financial institutions where they're going to set up money for the new Black Panther. Because the enemy and the oppressor would never help you finance his downfall. That's not how revolution works. You will never find in history where the enemy has given the oppressed that's trying to get out of oppression financing to get out of oppression. So that's the first one. Took a bullet standing next to Dr. Khalid Muhammad in Riverside University, and it woke me up. On the other side of that gun, because you talked about black leaders being assassinated. On the other side of that gun was not a white man, was not a white sniper. It was a black man from the Nation of Islam, ex-member of the Nation of Islam named James Best. That's in history. He's trying to kill the most militant revolutionary leader of our times, Dr. Khalid Muhammad, at Riverside College. In Riverside at that time, LA, was white. So as an army, we go out and when we think, automatically watch the white person. But it's in our struggle, as I said about Patrice Lumumba earlier, we got to watch the black man. Black man has sold out for many, many years. When we get to Patrice Lumumba and his assassination, it was in the order by the CIA and John F. Kennedy. And Patrice was taken care of not by the white man, he was taken care of by black people from the Congos and a military that turned on him because he had entrusted the military with an enemy of the state. And that led to Malcolm X one day saying, I don't get mad when chicken come home to roost. Matter of fact, I'm glad, I'm an old country boy, I get glad when chicken come home to roost. If you send your chicken out and you mate your chicken on the roost, you should be happy. So he was saying what is good for John F. Kennedy send killers out, kill Castro, to kill Gorbachev, to kill Patrice Lumumba. And when he was killed here in America, well, that's the business you was into, killing people. So it came home to you. I don't get mad. But that statement that Malcolm X put out of the Nation of Islam. And the continuous thing now that when our leaders get ready and to that point where they're ready to fight and go by any means necessary, the white man always come back with a plot using us to stop them. So what I have to say on that note is there's nobody going to stop this movement. This last month, Attorney Malik Shabazz, Black Lawyers for Justice, the Black Power movement, been going to the streets. You'll be surprised how much heat Attorney Shabazz and Brother Akbar and the New Black Panther Party been catching because we've been in these streets uncompromised. I get a cracker who say he's the president and chief commander of the United States running that goddamn bunker, making sure the light bulbs still work in the bunker, making sure there's food in the bunker. And this cracker has been talking all this noise and been a bully chief commander running over people's constitution. And he sets the curfew, and he sets the military around the White House. He sets the Secret Service around the White House. He set every police department and military type department around the White House. And we are still running the White House, got him running in bunkers, got him bagging his ass up, got him hollering and screaming like a little punk ass sissy. And he got the code to the nuclear weapon that can blow up the world. That revolutionary is changing.
Wow.
And he telling black kids to go home, black revolutionaries to go home. But goddamn, do you realize that all that military Hummers, all the military equipment that the National Guard got, they gave it and they militarized the police department. When we go home, we see those same vehicles riding in front of our house, and at our chevrons and at our shells and in front of our places when we home. What's the damn difference from a military Hummer and a National Guard in a police car and a police Hummer surrounding you and at the White House surrounding you? It's no damn different. And this is what America is afraid of now. Black people are losing their fear of military and losing their fear of violence. And Dr. Khaled told us, these Bloods, these Crips, and all of these black men that are shooting each other up in these streets at one time in history, they're going to turn all that energy toward the real enemy. And that's what's happening. And it's shaking up the damn world.
Wow. Brothers and sisters, I'm seeing so many messages coming in right now. Some of them I'm not going to ask because that's too much stuff to ask. But this question I'm going to have to ask. I'm starting with Brother Akbar. At this, anyway, let me be polite. The brother that kills Brother George, no, not the brother, the European, or should I say the cracker? Cracker is not offensive. Anyway, crack. This cracker that killed Brother George, as he deserved to die? Ask this question to the panel, Alpha. Man, I can talk properly, but go. We just need a short answer. Go to Brother Akbar. Has he deserved to die? Brother Akbar. Why?
At the island of the Most High God says to kill no one who Allah Ta'ala, the Most High divine power in the universe, has not been ordered to kill. And this shows the attitude that they can kill at will. When you see the white officer with the knee on the neck, according to Al Sharpton, he said that the knee has been on our neck from before Marcus Messiah Garvey and during Elijah Muhammad, during Malcolm and Martin, during Shaka Zulu, during Patrice Lumumba and Prince Lumumba, and all of those great ones that have fought the freedom fighter, including Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad. We have to free. Freedom is a decision. Until all of us are free, none of us can get free.
Okay.
No, he did not deserve, no man, not even a mangy dog, deserved to be executed or executed, assassinated in that fashion. That means he had death on his mind all the time.
Okay.
Robbery. Because after this marching, they continue to taser and kill. And the latest victim is in Fairfax, Virginia, right here in Atlanta, Georgia, this morning at the Wendy's restaurant in the line, as they did again in Vallejo, California. They executed in the Taco Bell. It don't matter if it's Wendy's, Taco Bell, McDonald's, or McDevils. This cracker got #1 killing on his mind, and I've yet to meet a cracker that doesn't want to be #1 killer.
Wow.
Like,
Wow. Going to our Baba Joseph Waker. Respectfully, he killed your brother. George is your brother, Elder. Your brother, because as long as he's black, he's your brother. He kills your brother. So, as this European man, as this devil man, does he deserve to be alive? Because I've seen, I know you've been fighting on the court for lawsuits of what's going on in Alabama, but right now we still got lawyers, white lawyers, trying to protect him, and then even the other officers as well, trying to protect him, trying to fight just so they can be free. So the question that we're asking you, as this European, this devil, deserves to be alive after what he's done? Yes or no, and why? Real quick. Yes or no, and why? Real quick.
Definitely not. Nobody deserves to be alive that want to, like the brother just said, that put their knee on someone's neck and choke them until they're dead, and do it with so incompassionate feelings that they just sit there and just minute after minute sit on a person's neck until they're dead. Absolutely not. That person, it needs to be a quick jury trial. It needs to be quick, and he needs to be hung quick, or he needs to be executed quick. That's what needs to happen. This is one time they need to bring hanging back in the United States. They need to hang him with someone pulling the string with their hand in his damn pocket.
Go straight answer. Go the same thing to Brother Nzinga. Knowing what this brother did, not only him, the 4 officers. Don't just discard the other ones. And then that picture is the perfect illustration of how we've been getting beat up, tortured by everybody. You see the Chinese man in front trying to protect that white man. Then you see the 3 white men holding the brother. So the question we're asking you, quick answer: does he deserve to die, and why? Or he deserves to be alive?
Well, there's no quick answer, but I will answer it quick. We are trained by the system in America to look at every case individually. And so when we break this case down and take it away from Trayvon Martin, take it away from the different cases, come to the conclusion that this man was apprehended and taken by these people for a $20 bill that they said was not real. And so this is what I got to say about it. It goes deeper when like they go deeper, we can go deeper. When you look at the George Bush bailout, and when you look at when America went to deregulating banks, when you looked at the Federal Reserve, who we control as American people, when it can print money and can't print money. And when you look at even Obama participating in deregulating the bank and letting the CEO control America's money, So we're talking about a fraudulent $20 bill, right? So when you look at, if our people on this line go back and look at who's been the Secretary of the Treasury Department in America, the last 15 U.S. Treasury Department leaders have been CEOs of major finance institutions that regulated the banks and that controls when they can put money. That's all. That's why all of a sudden America reset. But Trump can go and crank up the counterfeit money in the basement of the White House or across the street from the White House, the Federal Reserve, and start printing up what? Fake money. America printed up $700 billion to bail itself out of debt. Fake money. They started a war against China because China, they owe China so much money, they can't afford to pay China. And whenever America get in trouble with you where they can't pay you, they start war against you, and they'll bomb your ass off the face of the earth before they give you some of this counterfeit money. When you pull out a dollar bill, it's a note. It has nothing bagging it right now. So how can a man be shot by having a note that nothing's bagged? Everybody waiting on damn stimulus checks. Them are notes. Fraudulent. America is fraudulent. So the whole case is fraudulent. And if you want to go put your damn knee on somebody's neck, start with George Bush, then go to Ronald Reagan, then put it on Clinton, then put it on Obama, and then put it on damn Donald Trump, because all the presidents of the United States have took fraudulent CEOs and let them run this country and print up money that is bagged by nobody, which makes the money fraudulent. And Americans ran off of fraudulent money. So they need to stop talking about a damn $20 fraudulent bill when they printing up $7 billion themselves out there.
Wow. Hold on. The show, obviously the show just turned up for some reason. So we gotta call her real quick. Congo, tell us who you are, my brother. Tell us who you are. Where you calling from? Tell us who you are. Just
Hello,
real quick.
everybody. I am from Kinshasa, and I'm actually in Kinshasa, and my name is Bezo.
All right. Are you in Kinshasa right now? Great. So the brother talked about the backing of dollar. We all know Congo has all mineral resources that these brothers are looking for. These Europeans and Chinese, they're going after Congo.
Yes.
They're lot Congolese. Question to you real quick. We got about a minute because the platform is just for the elders. But real quick. Are we at war right now?
I believe yes, and this is the situation we're facing. Because let me give you just one example of something I wasn't aware of. A few months ago, where there were some troubles in our country, I saw some people, coming from, I don't know what embassy, from the Chinese embassy, actually. They come and they put a paper, like on the wall, just to significate, like to show people that there are Chinese people in this place, which means there are actually already Chinese forces that we are not aware of in our lands. And this situation is just like out of control because we have military bases, we have like alienation and all those things that were like just built up to kill us and just to destroy us. And in fact, I believe we are in war.
Wow, we're in war. I don't know if the guests hear the message of him. Can you hear?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. A quick point, brother. A message to the brothers and sisters in the United States. Real quick, brother in Congo. Message to the brothers and sisters in the United States.
Okay, my message is we have to realize like that the Black Lives Matter a worldwide problem. We are all concerned. Like George Floyd is just everywhere. Like George Floyd is in east of Congo right now getting killed. And this situation for too long. And it is now the day for us to come out. Unless we do that, we have as a base our culture, which is our identity. We are not going to resist. We are just going to die, and they are going to justify it with their diseases, saying we are more likely to die. But all this is planned, and if we don't stand together in all points, like in all aspects, there we're going to have more troubles, and this is the time.
Wow, wow. Thank you so much, brother, because we ain't got much time. Thank you so much. So many brothers and sisters want to get it. No, yeah. No, yeah. I just had to talk to this brother because of the internet is a little bit, the internet in Congo sometimes is unstable. So that's why once we connect with the brother. Go back to our panel real quick. Obviously, we have NATO in Africa. We have the U.S. military force all over Africa. We have the AFRICOM. So the question we're asking you, so we have to dismantle all this because we understand, as the brother says, George Floyd are everywhere now. We are target everywhere. So do we have to dismantle all these military forces by these so-called Europeans, Brother Akbar?
Yes, sir. First of all, Brother AKA, we must thank the world, the whole world, and especially Africa, for responding to the executions that are being done, especially by the police. Some call them the holies of the United States, or the AKK of America, Ku Klux Klan is here in Africa and the world. Here in America, we thank you, Congo. We thank you, Angola. We thank Uganda. And we thank those in Ghana, West Africa, and Nigeria, those known from Nairobi over to Accra, that they have championed our cause to go to the streets in Tanzania and South Africa and Zimbabwe to champion the cause for black people here in America suffering under this form of captivity. It is not, I can say, how you doing there, brother? He said, well, it's a matter of survival in America, and we have never been able to live in America. And education shows you how to live in an environment, so we're seriously miseducated. And we speak to that, and we look to Mother Africa. We look to you, beloved brother, to bring us all home to Africa, to change the dynamics on the ground here. And if we can't stay here peacefully, then we should separate. But self-government has been taught by all of our leaders. It just hasn't been executed. It's just like potential. It's nothing until you exercise that potential. And authority is nothing until you exercise that authority.
Wow.
Today, we are the New Black Panther Party for Self-Defense under leadership of Honorable Hashim, Akhenaten, and Nzinga. We execute our authority.
Thank you.
We exercise our potential to be free.
Wow. Wow.
Self-government, black power, self-government.
Moving to the elder in Alabama, Joseph Quaker. Same question to you. We've seen you've been in the military. You understand. You got an insight of the military, the U.S. military force. Obviously, through the U.S. military force, they managed to finance all this external military. They putting up bases in different African countries. So, what is your thought about it, Elder? Because y'all been on the ground. You was there. You went to the Queen Nzinga stride. You went to the Queen Nzinga's land. You met Queen Nzinga herself spiritually. The elders pulled you back, made you understand that you also the elder that just left Africa 100 years ago. Now you came back to take what is ours, what is yours. So the question to you, what about the military? What about the military force of the United States? Because they linked with all this organization that aims to exterminate black people all over the world. What is your question about it? Your thoughts?
Yeah, it definitely need to be dismantled. I mean, it's just too many. It's just too many components to go through it in such a short period of time. We need to come to the conclusion to agree to disagree on a lot of things. But we, as the Black Panther Party, as the Waker Foundation, as all of these organizations that's really trying to create something, and I was gonna shoot this to the panel as well. We need to come up with a forum that we can have a meeting of the real minds, the real ones of us that we can prove that's been doing the work. So we can come up with a wholesome plan, a plan that we can utilize not only in the United States but worldwide. And I think that this meeting needs to go down within the next 2 to 4 weeks, without a doubt. We need to call for everyone that's doing anything, whether it's a school or a kindergarten, anyone black that's doing anything black that we know is really down for the struggle, we need to have a forum. We need to call for a forum. We need to set up a panel. This panel, we need to make it clean. We need to make it clean cut. And we need to sit down and we need to have a meeting of the minds.
Wow.
Absolutely. The military force definitely need to be dismantled. But we, as black people, we're going to have to create our own military within a military so we can infiltrate them like they've been infiltrating us, so we can get the information, so we can utilize the information to serve our purpose and our needs worldwide.
Wow.
But we need to start here at home where we really are educated. We're the most educated people on the planet. So I don't understand why we keep fighting this force and separating when we need to be working together.
So absolutely. Go to Brother Hashim Nzinga. Same question to you, because you, as you said from the beginning, I just have to say, I think we're gonna have to do a individual show of each one of you, because, look, we promised an hour. The show's already went over an hour, so we're definitely gonna have to have the show, because all three of you has some baggage, some heavy weight to bring to the people on the continent, and they're waiting for this message. So that's why, and again, shout out to brothers and sisters in all over the 54 states of Africa, and especially in Ghana and some of these countries, that they actually put out our shows on the DVD and they give it to the community, because we don't trust this internet, all these YouTubes and Facebook. This is all part of them. It's not ours. So that's why we still going that old school. Whoever got internet, please download this show, because at times they just deleting our show because they tell the truth. And then that's why we record it. We have backup plan. So anyway, go to Brother Hashim Nzinga. You carry out the heavy name.
One thing, Alpha, one thing. That's another thing we need to do. We need to create our own media, our own way of dispersing information, so we make sure the excellent information get out there and get into the right people's hands at all times. I mean, I came up with the plan for this 4 years ago when I came back to Alabama to put these things together. When Alpha was with me, all of this stuff was in play. It would have been working right now to today if we did not have the opposition that we had from our people, not from the white people, but from our own people. That's why I say the people within our party is our worst enemy.
Wow. But just to tell you, Elder, you know you got a media here. You know, there's brothers and sisters that actually have the way to create their own media. But some of them, they're just being paid, bought off, and they don't want to invest the money to the right cause. So we've been doing this with our own pocket money. There's media out there. There's some of our brothers and sisters with a little money. They just need to put the money on the right direction. That's all. And create our own media. Like I'm speaking for myself. God gave me this talent to build radio and TV station from the scratch. If you want me to build radio and TV station from the scratch, I can come to your town and do it. That simple. That's exactly we're doing this freely, independently. No distraction. If they once we put it on YouTube and Facebook, that's when they cut us off. But right now, they cannot do anything unless if they really have to come to our platform and they do something, and they know they can anyway. So go into Brother Nzinga. You carry out this name of Queen Nzinga, of all these great, and then not only that, because we did a research about you and we saw your spirit and the way you move yourself. You really move it on the military standpoint. So talking about building our own system and understanding the military strategy as we pounded, having all these military forces in Africa, moving to the United States, you're having the police force against all of us there. We're having the military force. Even this Trump, he was threatening to put the military in the street to so-called dominated the streets. The arrogant speech they just had it. So do you reckon we have to really dismantle all this and then start to bring in infiltrating, just so we can then bring back everything into the continent of Africa and then locked in? Because we have to lock into a land that nobody can come in to invade us. What is your thoughts about it, real quick?
Well, it's been proven in history that the military was set up to protect the nation that you built. But now the military is set up.
And then I just want you to be back. Just want you to go back a little bit from the camera because you're exactly.
No,
That's it. Got
the
you.
military was set up to protect your nation. Now the military is set up to protect what you steal from other nations. So the military don't even serve the same purpose. When you got brothers like Brother Mugabe in South Africa, who worked all of those years in revolutionary Zimbabwe, and now you got leaders after him in Zimbabwe trying to give land back to the white people who stole it from the Africans. I don't agree with that. When the Nkrumah started all of this independence, the first to get independent of the British, and everybody was excited, go to Ethiopia, I think, to meet with the great emperor. He come back, he can't even get in his own country. They put a coup on him where he couldn't even come back. As I said, Mugabe was out of, how the hell with the history Mugabe got, how can he be out of Zimbabwe? And they have to get permission to bring his body back to Zimbabwe for him to be buried in Zimbabwe. And Zimbabwe wouldn't be Zimbabwe if it weren't for Mugabe. It is 50-something years of work. You got Joe Kenyatta. You got, like you say, Patrice Lumumba. You got Idi Amin that was chasing out the Jews, and the world got mad at him. All over Africa, you got where military coups have been made on revolutionary leaders to stop the progress of the work that they were doing, because, like you said, all eyes, military is not set up to come in and protect anything. Military in America is set up to steal. That's why when you talk about the United Nations and the United Nations forces, all the United Nations forces there and let all of those people die in Rwanda. Rwanda massacre. Clinton was in the White House twiddling his thumb. He had the power to stop that massacre in Rwanda. And that it happened, he stood back and watched it happen, because America has no love for Africa. They got love for the diamond. They got love for the gold. They got love for the rubber. They got love for the chocolate plant. They got love for the resources of Africa that runs the world. And I'm gonna give you a quick example as I end. Jackie Robinson hit a baseball and integrated the National League in America baseball. But that same Jackie Robinson's son, as we speak today, runs the largest coffee plant in Africa, in Tanzania. I have talked to him personally. So when Starbucks chased a couple of black businessmen out of Starbucks and they was arrested by the police, the Starbucks CEO got on his gold plane, flew to where they was, did a big press conference, act like he was going to change everything at Starbucks, gave them brothers thousands for what they went through. We ain't heard about Starbucks since. All black people are back at Starbucks. When Jackie Robinson's son in Tanzania have a big enough and a large enough coffee plantation that we can open coffee shops all around America with his coffee bead, and we don't need no damn Starbucks. I am so tired of a Bank of America saying he's going to give $1 billion. The CEO of Bank of America comes in, say he's going to give $1 billion to these sensitive courses and all this crap. Goddamn.
Okay, you stay on the line. We're going to ask you one quick question. You stay on the line, okay?
Got a Bank of America account. Then you just got these CEOs that come in, and you got Michael Jordan talking about he going to give $1 million to the cause. But they're not going to give it to the brothers on this phone. They're going to give it to nonprofits that's most of the time ran by white women or black compromising people who going to do a damn bunch of courses with us loving, and we're going to be in the same damn situation and pass it to our great. So I'm tired of all that big money moving around, but it never comes to revolutionary. That's why everybody on this phone is struggling. That's why your radio show is struggling. But guess what? Revolution comes from struggle. So we don't mind struggling. So you can take all these billions of dollars that you flying around with all of a sudden because your companies are getting burnt down. and stop that damn thing talking about people looting in Atlanta and they robbing warehouses and they shouldn't be doing this and shouldn't be that. The biggest robbery in Atlanta was sent by Abraham Lincoln and Sherman's army when they scorched Atlanta to the ground and they stole from every plantation, every warehouse, and everything these crackers set up here. They burned it to the ground and they took everything from these crackers. That's real revolution and that's real war. You don't give a damn what's getting burnt down. You don't give a damn what's getting taken from your oppressor and your enemy in a time of war. And you pick and choose what's right. Ain't nothing right in revolution. Revolution starts because something was wrong. You can't right or wrong trying to be right with people who are unrighteous and unjust.
Wow. You hold on to us out there real quick. We got another brother real quick. Tell us who you are and where you're calling from real quick. 1 minute. Can you hear me, brother?
Yeah, greetings everyone. I can hear you.
Okay. Tell us who you are and where you're calling from.
Yeah, my name is Narubawa. I'm in Ghana. A bridge to be precise. I'm a fashion designer, activist, and stand for Black consciousness.
Real quick, from the land of Kwame Nkrumah. Are we on the military? Are we a war right now? Are we really a war right now?
Black people and Africans have been at war since time immemorial. This is nothing new.
So,
and we refuse to listen and do things for ourselves until we start building ourselves as Africans, Black people across the world, building our economy, have economical power, engineers, military power. It's unity. If we are not united, there's nothing we can achieve, and it's long overdue. Our forefather did it. Muammar Gaddafi wanted to set up a strong African military force. What happened? And Nkrumah proposed the same thing. What happened? So it's time you rise up, because if you don't have power, your enemy will continue to oppress you. The oppressor will continue to oppress you. Black people and Africans, we are consuming race instead of producing for ourselves. Until we get to that point that we have to rise up and begin to do things for ourselves, unite within Africa and across our brothers and sisters in the West, trust me, nothing is going to go on for the Black people who continue to be lacking behind the ladder of progress. We lack leadership. We like the foresight to think ahead, to forge ahead as one strong Black family, both internationally and locally, cut across everywhere on earth. The Chinese people are everywhere. Who are inviting the Chinese people here? It's our own leaders.
Wow.
The Americans are here. Who invited them? It's our own leaders.
Oh, we're going to move to Chinese. Thank you so much. We forgot the Chinese, and we're going to ask the panel as well. A quick question before you go. Message to the African brothers and sisters in the United States. Obviously, we know the situation with Brother George. Quick message. You got 20 seconds.
It's a sad story, and we are behind them from the motherland. Even though we are not pushing like the others are pushing, but we are still behind them, both physical and spiritual at the same time. They should keep pushing. They should unite together, and come together wherever they find themselves. Actually unite, because it was them that sparked the revolution in Africa before we gained our independence. So they can do it again, and we are behind them, both far and near. So Black power to them, and Black liberation and Black consciousness every time. One love.
Ooh, pain. At times when we say Black power, people just run away because these Negroes are too racist. But anyway, to another story. Can't laugh properly because I still going to Brother Akbar. Same question. Moving to the Chinese real quick. Even though you see, that's why this show. We definitely. We're gonna have again. So, Brother Akbar, the Black Panther Party went to the Chinese embassy in Washington, D.C. We saw the video. We promote the video. We spread the video into different platforms, WhatsApp and everything. So, what is your take? So what is your take? The strategy that you set up over there to charge the Chinese people. What is your thoughts about the Chinese behavior towards African people, not only in the United States but all over the world? Real quick.
My feelings is they deserve sanctions on all Asian markets. There was never a good deal. There was never a good relationship. Has never been honorable. I will say this in this breath: to help the new Black Panther Party for
And then,
self.
and then I just need you to back up a little bit of your camera.
Please
Okay,
send
great.
in any donation.
Your sound is totally fine. I just need you to back up a little bit from your camera.
$
Okay, great.
NBPP 1989. Again, $NBPP 1989 in order to help the new Black Panther Party. That's through the Cash App $NBPP 1989. The Chinese came to bloodsuck, as did the cracker. He didn't come to get any decent relationship. He came for mostly the uranium, but they want the petroleum products, the uranium, gold, diamonds, and silver, like the blood-sucking white Zionist Jews, the Rhodesian from Rhodesia that we transformed to Zimbabwe, the bloody Brit, the Frenchman, the Belgium, the Portuguese, all came to suck the blood from Africa. They bought nothing to buy, sell, and trade with, and the Chinese have bought nothing to buy, sell, and trade with. They are driven by greed. We, the black people, are driven to meet the needs of the people, and they're driven by the greed to double their money on black people, whether stretching the uranium with an isotope or enriching the flour, the rice, any mineral or natural resource. And now they're on the human resources of Africa. And we're here to say, hands off Africa. If we can't make it or produce it for ourselves, then goddamn it, we don't need it, because our scientists have had it all the time. We're just not driven by greed. And I just say black power and a strong black military to call for black power from your comrade before. Assalamu alaikum and black power.
Well, we got about 10 minutes, brothers and sisters. We got about 10 minutes. That's why we definitely have to have a second round of each one of our guests individually. We definitely gonna have a second round of this show. Plus, we're still receiving messages from brothers and sisters, trying to get. Go to the brother. Yeah, go to the elder in Alabama. You were in Africa. The time where you were in Africa, you saw so many Chinese. Chinese are taking over the job. We went to school. The Chinese are building the school, and they rip off they literally tricking the African governments. Obviously, as you were in Angola, you saw the Chinese building the school. You wanted to tear down the school because you were kind of a little bit upset that the school wasn't on the right standard. Then obviously, again, Donald Trump, somebody else sent an agent over there to spy you, while you were in the ground. Seems like they don't want you. They don't want the brothers and sisters in America connect with the brothers and sisters in the continent. So, what is your take about the Chinese behavior towards our people worldwide?
Well, first of all, let's cover the United States. You know, every time I leave out of the country, I know I'm being watched and surveillanced all the time. I know that my phone is being tapped all the time. I know my emails is being tapped all the time. You know, the person that they sent from the United States to monitor what we was doing when we was in Africa for those 9 or 10 days, it wasn't nothing unusual for me. You know, I think it was something unusual for you all to see something like that being done with a person of such a small business. You know, usually they surveillance people with big businesses and stuff like that. But since I'm such a small person, I'm a very devastating person. I'm not bragging on myself, but there's a lot of information that's pertained between these two walls, between these two ears, and this thing that we call a brain. So when we was in Portugal, they did the same thing. Remember, Barack Obama came the day that we left. They had people surveillancing us the whole time that we was in Portugal as well. So getting to the Chinese know what they're doing. They're very strategic at what they're doing. They make it very apparent what they be doing. they have the funding and the finances to bring people to beg them to do the things that they do for them, such as build the insufficient housing, to build the insufficient schools. They know that that school wasn't up to code or regulations. I'm really afraid for that school. I'm afraid of the collapse if something happens to the earth, if it shakes a little bit or moves a little bit, because there's not enough steel in that building. You know, I have several engineering degrees. I have a few PhDs. So one of the things that we know for certain, and two things that we know for sure, the ones of us that obtain the most knowledge in the world is black. With the melanin in our skin and the things that we learn as kids, we're some of the most intelligent people. Well, we're the most intelligent people on the planet. So what they want to do is they want to observe us. They want to keep us suppressed as much as possible. And if, like the brother said, if they want to finance someone that's really doing the work, if they finance people like us that's really doing the work, we wouldn't be having this conversation right now. We would already have our military. We would already have our strategy. We would already have the things that we need in order for us to sustain ourselves and our family and our community worldwide. Not only that, you would have us in Africa doing the work. We have the knowledge. Africa has the resources. You put the knowledge with the resources, you have a total package. You have a very devastating arena for everyone to be satisfied as far as black folks. The only people that would not be satisfied is the British, the Americans, the Chinese, and all of the other ones that's been stealing from the continent of the United States, from the continent of Africa. We know Africa has more mineral resources than any place on the planet. So let me ask you this question. Why do you think that since Africa has the most mineral resources at any place on the planet, that Dubai has more riches than any place on the planet?
Ooh, that's a question to the people all over the world. And then
That's the question for everyone to think about. Since Africa has all of them, and I will answer it for you very briefly, because of the content and the character of the color of our skin. That's the only reason. If we would have been another complexion, if we would have been lighter, with blonde eyes, blonde hair, and blue eyes, we would be on the top of the food chain like everybody else. So since they cannot obtain that from us legally, they do everything they can in order to destroy us and to take it from us financially.
Wow. Brother, and then I'll leave, but before, after our brother Nzinga, so I'm going to ask you a quick question to all you three, and then we just want a quick right answer on the last question. But brother Nzinga, but the white man and the Chinese man. And then obviously we got the Arabs as well doing their punches as well in Yemen and Saudi Arabia and to some extent even along on the Mediterranean Sea in Libya, trying to sell in our people. Right, that's why we brought this show today, to really analyze and bring all of you three that has the military background, just so we as a black people not start singing and dancing like we always usually do, singing and dancing and turning on the other cheek, turning the other cheek. Now we want you to raise your consciousness to understand we are actually at war. We are at war right now, and be prepared. Because if you're sitting down in your little couch, think that the revolution is going to be done in your house, it ain't going to happen. You have to have boots on the ground. You have to go and talk to your family. That's why we decided to bring this show to the table today. And then we're going to emphasize even more to the following upcoming shows. Brother Hashim, we've seen the Black Panther Party moving into different states in the United States and pressurize the Chinese, and then to some extent comes to the white America. They kind of afraid, either the Chinese and the white man. They don't want you to connect with the motherland. So the question we're asking you, as the Black Panther has any plan, any strong plan to really now begin to move boots, not only in the United States but also on the ground, on the motherland?
Yes. When I was born, and I came out, I didn't know what it mean. I didn't know what race. I didn't know what empowerment. When we're born as children, we're born to love everything because we don't know what hate is. But after you learn and you start to learn that everybody don't love you and everybody don't look out for your best interest, and particularly in Africa and America history with the channel of slavery. And after you learn and you really go farther back, you learn the way nobody gives Africans or Africans in America money without a price to pay. They don't give us gifts. So I hate the Chinese. I hate the Dutch. I hate the British. I hate the Portuguese. I hate everybody who has showed hatred for us and have kept us in this bunker till 2020 as we sit. I don't give a damn about making no explanation of when you start talking about love and agape love anyway. I can't love nobody that's trying to destroy my children, that's trying to destroy my family. I can't love nobody black shoot my door down and shoot me in the head and shoot my wife in the head and kill my kids, and I want to show them love. This is not about love. This is about survival. And so when the Chinese come after the Portuguese history, after the Dutch history, after the British history, after the Poland history, after the Russian history, and after all the history that Africa has went through and black people has been through, and when you start setting up military bases in our country, when you start setting up police departments in our country, and you start to buy the sellout leaders, and you start to take over Africa with a smile and acting like you building schools and electric plants, and you building stuff that we need, that we can really build for ourselves. But when we look at your country, you treat your own damn people like dogs. You treat your own people, and you got the hordes of your people working for slave labor in your country. And that's why you have supplied to all of these nations with your goods off of cheap labor. And you beat the hell and kill your people. Where you got your people, where you can't have more than one child. Unless you got money, then you can have more children. Why? Because China is such a small land. The Chinese, they don't have enough land to even have children, man. So they send not money to Africa, they send waves of their people to Africa. And they don't want them to come back to China. So the difference between most nations and America send military might out, they bring it back home. When Chinese send something out, they don't want it to come back home. They don't have room for it. They already proven to us that they're technological geniuses. They're engineers. They're experts. But it's too many of them. It's kind of like when you go to Cuba, hell, your taxi driver is a doctor. That's why Cuba can send doctors all over the country. Hell, everybody there is a doctor. China has a very, got so much money and power, they got a very unique way with using sensationalism, and they act like they love Africa, different from the Portuguese, different from the Belgian, different from the British. But they don't love Africa, and neither does the other people I named, and neither does America or the Jews. They just want to rob Africa from the resource and rob people of their minds and give them money in replace. Money can replace your culture, your identity, your moral compass. And so we say, the hell with all of them. Some people get mad at us for attacking the Chinese embassy. The hell with you and those Chinese. And anybody standing in our way to attack the Chinese are hypocrites, and they on the Chinese payroll, as far as I'm concerned.
Wow,
it ain't nobody off limits in the attack that Africans and real black revolutionaries have. We got a mission to attack every goddamn thing and burn down everything in our way, because we have tried it for 500 and some years every way you could, and we done everything. We the people that get beat in the head. We the people that get whipped. We the people that get lynched. We the people that get burned at stake. We the people that you take our children and portion them out. We the people that go through slavery. Then you give us sharecropping. Then you give us Jim Crow laws. Then you give us the Klan. We the people that now are policed by the Klan. The hell with all your rules. The hell with your Constitution and how you can use your graphics in Hollywood, them damn Jews in Hollywood, to make everything. They make it like we love suffering, and then they praise us for suffering. God damn it, we don't love suffering.
Wow.
We don't love our baby running around in a shitty pamper. We don't love our people being starved to death. You out of your damn mind. Your damn cameras act like that's okay. But ain't nothing okay no more. We at damn war. And you made us declare war because you left us no choice but to survive by your tactics. And your tactic is to destroy everything in your way. And crush it to the land and start it over.
Wow.
So ain't damn military, ain't no damn Chinese military, ain't no military gonna look out for black people unless they can find the black people a damn sellout. So I don't have no compass for no white people, no Europeans, no Jews, no Portuguese, no Chinese, no Japanese, nobody but the black man. And I got that damn right. Because that's all they look after if they own.
Well, brothers and sisters,
Black power, black power.
brothers and sisters,
Black power.
that's
Black power.
that's black man talk revolutionary. So
Black
don't be
Black
don't be too afraid now. You have to rise up now, brother. That's a military talking. So you don't be this. No, it's reality. That's real. So when the military talking, you better understand, because they're not about break dancing. They're not about singing and dancing like like some of our brothers and sisters do. They're not about this rainbow color movement. They're not about black power. You know, guess what? I'm just supporting the brother. That's all. He made the t-shirt and he said, "Oh, wear the t-shirt for me to make some." I said, "Okay, that's why I'm wearing the t-shirt." But I don't really support black life. Be matter for me since I was born. My great father, revolutionary great father, that put me on this earth. He taught me value. He taught me military strategy. So I clearly understand. So I don't want this. Matter of fact, this is Joe Soros funding. Make sure we're gonna expose them. This upcoming shows, we're gonna give into the Black Lives Matter too, because this is Joe Soros, all these Bill Gates and everything. They funding this though. It really about us. If you really care about revolutionary, put the money to the Black Panther Party. Put the money to the Waker Foundation. You see it will change in a matter of time, brother. I'm challenging you. For you out there, Michael Jordans and Oprahs and all of you, put the money to the real revolution.
They don't even want to talk to people like us.
Put the money.
I've reached out to these shows over and over and over again just to get exposure. They don't even want to talk to people like us.
Anyway.
They call us radicals. I'll be what the fuck I want to be, as long as I get the message across that I'm here for black people.
Anyway, so brothers and sisters, we got another. Let's just see this guest, revolutionary guest, is in, I think it's Scotland, but originally it's from Congo and South Africa. Please tell us who you are and where you're calling from right now, real quick.
Hello, yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
Yes. Tell us who you are and where you're calling from, real quick.
Yeah, my name is Kinkela Wamazulu, and I'm a Pan-African activist. I teach African culture and spirituality for over 2 years now, and I've been doing it for free to empower our people. I'm from the Congo Kingdom and the Kral of Zulu, the KwaZulu Kral. So where I come from. So, is that any question?
So a quick question to you: Are we at war more than ever right now? Chinese beating us up, the white man beating us up. Are we at war right now? Like literally declare nobody gonna be wishy-washy anymore.
We were born in war zone. We were born in war zone, as Tupac was quoted once. But we just want a word of that situation, because their white man structure has made us blind of the true reality. It's not we are at war today. We've always been in wars. And I say thank you to Brother Joseph Walker, thank you to Brother Steve Nzinga, and to Brother Akal. But what I'm saying is true. We have been blind to the reality. We're waking up to the reality, but we have been in war since ever.
So obviously, by you having a Chaka Zulu blood and then the kingdom blood, Queen of Congo, What is the message, revolutionary message, you're sending to the brothers and sisters in the United States? Right now, we're going through this situation with brother Floyd George, our ancestor. Right
Yeah.
now, real quick.
What I will say to my brother United States is how I will quote one of my students you called before, say that George Floyd is everywhere, all across Africa. What I'm saying, and I put it out, talking to straight away to my brother Steve Nzinga, quoting Marcus Garvey, say that unless we build Africa, white men would have no value all across the world. So now the war is all over under our eyes now, and we need to defend Africa.
Wow. Thank
we
you,
need
sir.
to go down in Africa. We need to fight for Africa first, because if we gain control of Africa, we gotta be respected everywhere else.
Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, my brother. As you can see, a random quick question to this is a final challenge to our panel here. We're gonna throw you a name, and then we just want maximum 3 words answer. Powerful, great, lovely, devil, whatever you want to say. So I'll start with Pops Waker, Joseph Waker. A short answer. A short answer. Yes. Harriet Tubman. What comes to your mind? Harriet Tubman.
Great revolutionary.
Martin Luther King.
Too little, too late.
Ooh. Barack Obama.
Could have did more.
Hillary Clinton.
Sell out.
Bill Clinton.
Sell out number 2.
Queen Elizabeth.
The world's biggest thief.
Ooh. We can't forget this name. McClender, the queen mother of yours.
Again, say again.
Your queen mother, McClender.
Oh. World renowned revolutionary.
Moving to Brother Akbar, real quick. Now I want to leave Khalil Muhammad later because obviously the situation. but Brother Akbar, Marcus Messiah Garvey.
Marcus Messiah Garvey, His Excellency, the best that has happened to us.
Continue to the land of Marcus Garvey.
Bob
Marley.
Freedom fighter and excellence of entertainment and music, and he prophesied.
Steve Biko.
Strong revolutionary, black revolution.
Shaka Zulu.
Strong black warrior, a realist.
Move back to Frederick Douglass.
He prophesies to his own, but yet they have received him not.
Elijah Muhammad. Honorable Elijah, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad.
The best of modern times for black people, the best of economics, the best of spiritualism, the best guidance, the strongest in wisdom and knowledge and understanding, freedom, justice, and equality.
Ooh. Move to our great brother, elder Hashim Nzinga. So obviously we have to start with this name. We have to start with this name. There's no question. We have to start with this name, brother, honorable warrior Khalil Muhammad.
Dedication and spirit live and can't be killed because of his work, not his talk.
Malcolm X, our great warrior.
Misunderstood and still changed the world.
Queen Mother Winnie Mandela.
I wish we can have 15, 20 more, because I would just say fearless.
Moving to the other way around. Nelson Mandela.
Very wise, very smart. But after 20-something years, had to compromise, or did compromise, but it didn't ruin his legacy.
Oh, brother and comrade Robert Gabriel Mugabe.
I want to be like him.
Whew. Then we got to move into the great, the honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan.
One of our most brilliant, most qualified, most dynamic brother that I think is trying to be too many people's friend in this hour. And a lot of people around him is keeping him from being himself.
Absolutely.
Adolf Hitler. Adolf Hitler. I've seen people just bombard me with names. Bling, 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 with name. Adolf Hitler. Adolf Hitler.
A very wise man. Try to look at like we finna.
So move back to Joseph Waker. Bill Gates. Real quick. Bill Gates.
Dumb.
A damn suicidal maniac. Kill our people.
Everybody just responded. Everybody, ping, ping, ping. Devil, 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 devil. I just see a devil, 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 devil. What's going on?
K Wizard.
He's the worst name.
Lizard hole.
J. Edgar Hoover. J. Edgar Hoover. Joseph Waker. J. Edgar Hoover.
J. Edgar Hoover, a queer that got his way.
Moving to Joseph Waker. Mr. Joseph Waker. I got it here. Mr. Joseph Waker. So we got another question to Donald J. Trump. We already asked Donald J. Trump, bro. I don't know why people keep asking Donald. Yeah. Donald J. Trump. It's true. We didn't ask him.
A clown.
A murder, a pervert, and a mistress.
Oh, people flooding with names. No, we leave into the next time when we haven't. Bring in my camera. We leave into the next time. We're gonna prepare the names, because the reason that we bring in these names is just so you learn from them, because at times we also have to bring in the crackers' name on the table, because they want us to forget about what they've done to us. We have to remind what they've done to us. So that's why we have to keep emphasizing with strong words when we capture this clip and send it to people, just so they understand, and that people understand what they've done to us. So I agree, tear down the statues, but I don't agree tear down the museums, because we have to go over there and remind what they've done. So a quick random question: do you agree with the statue that we're gonna be having this show? Actually, go to the brother Akbar. Do you agree tear down the statues and the museums? Just a quick answer on this one, brother Akbar. Do you agree?
That they will level every city in America to protect one white racist killer cop. We should tear down every step, every symbol, every flag, every remembrance of that. It is a nightmare for black people.
Okay.
Nightmare for all logical people in the world.
Okay, let me challenge you. If we tear down all them statues and museums,
yes, sir,
how are we gonna know what they've done? Because we have to teach our kids the devils.
Some of it's folklore. You have to pass it word of mouth that symbolizes the death of black people. Again, every one of them have some Trump in them. The Asian will mimic The white men, they've never sent us one condolence, as our Honorable Hashim Akhenaten Nzinga teaches us, not one card in the mail for Martin Luther King, Malcolm, Elijah, Marcus Garvey. They never sent one condolence, never gave one sign that they had any sympathy towards the execution or the death of our people by natural cause, by assassination, by any means to kill us. It is there. They celebrate the death of Martin. They celebrate when they burned down Black Wall Street. Again, last thing I need to say is $NBPP 1989 in Cash App $NBPP 1989.
All right.
The New Black Party for self-defense, sir.
I'm pleased, brothers and sisters. Before we go to Joseph Wake and then giving the last platform to Brother Hashim to close, please donate, brothers and sisters. Donate to the. Just a quick question. I got a brother that sent me a message. Do you got a GoFundMe account? Real quick, GoFundMe account, Black Panther Party. The Black Panther Party.
Akbar has given our cash out.
There's no GoFundMe account for those of us who in Europe or in Africa that wants to donate. How are we going to donate? There's a GoFundMe account set up. It's a good question.
We got a cash out, but I got a GoFundMe account in my name, but it's for my personal. I'm dealing with fourth stage cancer, but I don't want to bring that up because my organization and the freedom of my people is more important than what's going on with me personally. But I have a GoFundMe account, and if they send money and put what they're sending it for, I make sure you get our national Minister of Finance.
All right. Brothers and sisters, as you know, this show is independently. No, we don't, literally, actually, I don't accept money from the Chinese or the white man. I'm simply me, I don't accept it.
Answer that statue question too now.
Yeah. Go into the statue question real quick before we actually finish. But start with our Baba Joseph Waker. Just a real quick before.
As a young child.
Yeah.
Poverty Lee High School.
Brother Hashim, I'm gonna give you the last word. I just go to our Baba Joseph Waker to give his last word real quick. So, do you agree with the tear down the statue and the museum, Joseph Waker? Do you agree with it? Real quick.
Most definitely, yeah. Get rid of all thoughts of yesterday, because if you can't refer back to some things is left better buried than carried on. So if they want to remember that, let them remember it in folklore like we have to remember. We didn't have a museum in Washington, D.C. until here recently, like within the last couple of years. So yeah, tear it all down.
All right. I respectfully I disagree with that because we want, like, I've been to so many great elders that they say to me, to the opposite side, say, Alpha, we actually, even before they were talked about, they said, tear down the statue because statues to celebrate them, but let them build the museum just so we can put our children over there, exposing our children to what they've done, just so spark the hunger, the revolutionary, because at times you need to expose yourself to the truth information just so that can spark your revolutionary spirit. And I gotta be honest with you, I am where I am because my father exposed me into this. He exposed me to see what the Portuguese did to our beloved Queen Nzinga. So then sparked that revolutionary mindset with me to say, you know what, I don't hate you, but if you attack me, I will strike you back way like just like a lion. So go back to.
But that's different, Alpha. That's different. That's a love museum. That's not a hate museum. We got two different things going. We got a love museum and we got a hate museum. We don't need any hate.
So go last word to Brother Nzinga. Do you agree with statue? Should we just tear down the statue and then the museum, or at least keep the museum just so we can remind our children?
Dr. Clark always tell us history is our best. when the little short man with the complex Napoleon got to Egypt, saw the greatness of those sphinx and the greatness of our monument. He turned his cannon away from the people and started to destroy the monument. Because if he knew if he destroyed a monument, people wouldn't know that all of these things we're talking about and we see was created by black people. He knocked the big broad nose off like you got. He knocked the lips off. He went crazy on what? The symbol of greatness. They got their symbol out there of greatness that they stole. Napoleon stole from Egypt, stole from Africa. And the Queen of England that the brother said is the biggest thief, they stole from us. And the diamonds on her statue, the pearls and the rubies and the gold on her comes from Africa. Those statues are fraud. When you get to the brother who broke down gold and made it worthless, the richest man in the world to this day out of Africa, who traveled the world throwing away gold. He started museums and got book after book, and we started studying Imhotep. They burn our museums. They burn our books. You better believe this is why young black children are ignorant to the fact of who we are. They take over our educational system. And when the child walked out of Robert E. Lee High School, where I got my high school diploma, I'm looking at Robert E. Lee. I'm looking at Robert E. Lee on Stone Mountain. I started to worship Robert E. Lee as a young person because I knew no different. I say tear down all they damn statues and build me a statue in D.C. of Nat Turner with a white man's head with blood dripping from it.
Brothers and sisters,
No.
brothers and sisters, it's such an honor to do this show. Because remember, every single week we are here. And then remember, when this pandemic started, nobody was in the street. We were coming up here, getting pulled over by the police all the time. But I managed to be here. Right now, I'm not really great. But because we set up this show, I say I have to be here. I have to create the platform just so the elders, obviously, because all three of them, they're elders. We just call them brothers, but they're elders. And we as the young blood, we understand technology as well as they do too, but we have to create independent platform for them to send the message across the world. And that's exactly I'm committed to do, even though I'm not okay. I had a surgery. For those who don't know, I had a surgery on my, but I got to be here. I say, I can't miss this opportunity to have this elders connect and then send information all over the world. Peace and blessings. It's such an honor. We're definitely going to call you again for the future shows to really go deep on the military side. Watch out. We're having war veterans in Uganda, Congo, Ethiopia, Jamaica, ready for the show because we can't bring them all of them together. Otherwise, we're going to be about 5-6 hours and then we never have time. So we need to having you take your breath. And then you see people now bombarding me with call. I can't answer. I'm sorry. We're done for the show today. And then I'll see you next time. And then one more time, it's such a pleasure to have you all three mine here. And there's no words. As we had Professor Small here in our show, Dr. Wuma, Queen of Congo, ministers, you just came to enlighten all of us, the brothers and sisters in Congo, all over, and we definitely have to connect. So peace and blessings one more time. And then remember, when we really promote Black Power, it's really about Black Power. So I don't care what you're saying, that's what it's about. If you don't like me, but we have to do it. I'm sorry to say. That's all we represent. Black Power. In love. In love.
Hello. That's right. I'll see y'all. Note every 4 presidents bomb Iraq. No protection on them.
Give me a call back.
They copy.
Give me a call back.